Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host Brian, and today I'm talking Summer House Season 8. This is episode 12. So we pick right back up where Lindsay and Carl are talking while the chef is eavesdropping. Carl is letting her know that he's overwhelmed. He's always overwhelmed. I just feel like every single moment. It's really, I mean, it's just the Lindsay stuff. I mean, he's just, I mean, we see what happens, but he shouldn't be in this relationship. But I feel like every single moment he's always overwhelmed, overthinking something. Tiptoeing, and not saying that he's right every single time, but it's just like it's seeing all these things play out. It is tough to watch. Lindsay doesn't want to feel like she has to console what's going on because she's like, well, your parents basically talking shit on me, and you're kind of talking shit on me when you tell them only all the bad stuff. Um, it just doesn't go well. They go back to the dinner table, and it's just gonna fester, and it kind of carries into like the next day because they had a conversation about like how he's like, I'm thinking I'm gonna go do the lover boy, not alcoholic lover boy, and he feels that Lindsay's always like closing the doors, shutting all his ideas down, but like at the same time, Lindsay has the right to be like, look, if we're going to be married, I need to have a little bit of input on like what you're doing. If I think it's not going to be successful or like things like that, I think the points are valid. I mean, on both sides, but I might have to side with Lindsay a little more here with the job stuff because he's going back to something that he hated in the beginning, and she's like, I don't. If you're going to turn into the person you were before because you're going back to the same company, I have feelings about that. So not these fights are just tough to watch, man. They really are. The astrologist shows up the night before. I don't really care about astrology and these astro readings. I don't really care about it, so that's why I'm just going to mention it and keep it moving. Um, Carl talks to Kyle. The next, I don't know if it's the next, maybe that later that night, but they talk outside, and he like lets him know like what's going on, and Amanda is talking to Amanda and the girls. I think are talking to Lindsay at the same time as well, and it's like they're both giving, I think, good advice for both parties. Like it's just a messy situation. It really is. Ciara makes a comment about like Wes and her dating. I'm not 100% sure if they actually are dating because she kisses Jesse on the mouth for apologizing for the comment she made about him the night before about like being like, I wouldn't introduce you to my friends. And stuff that's going on with Jesse. He has his like 5-year cancer screening later on in the week. I think it's on. This is all happening on the weekend. It happens on Tuesday, and he's like really emotional about it. And like Wes, they're in a cab later in the episode, and Wes is like comforting him because he's crying. And I mean, it's a big serious thing, and I haven't looked up anything about him, so I'm not 100% sure what happens. But we'll probably know more about it next week. But hopefully, it is good news, and he is okay. So it, they go onto this boat the next day, and this is kind of where Amanda has talked to the girls, and she says in confessional that like she wants to do something for herself. Like she kind of talks about like, hey, I'm thinking about making these bathing suits. Like I'm somebody that kind of has bigger boobs. It's hard to find bathing suits for people like me. Maybe I can do that. And it Kyle Kyle. I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. It's like he makes everything about himself, like especially he's always drunk all the time too, so you can just tell how the conversation is going where he always relates it back to like, I need you, we the lover boy needs you, and like Amanda does deserve something for herself, like, and that's why I came back to a couple episodes where Ciara's like, who are you if you're not with Kyle or lover boy, like what is your identity? And he's like, well, we lost so much, we lost some money this year, like this is a really rough time, and I'm like, dude, this is the kind of shit that you need to come around on and not be a fucking asshole about it, honestly. Like he the next morning they talk, and he was like, hey, like I don't know, actually it wasn't the next morning, it was later that night because it is nighttime when he does a little freak out throwing shit at the walls. Um they talk back at the house, and he's like talking is concerned, and she's like, you only care about yourself, and then he's just like, fuck you, and walks away, and that's where we end the episode of him like throwing it, and he's basically saying like, I think it's Danielle, Paige and Carl out there, I think. It's either Paige or Danielle. I don't remember who it was, but he just starts ripping Amanda, and it's just like shit's on camera, man. Like just these, I just don't. It's not good. It's not good. And Amanda's put up enough crap with Kyle. He needs to like give her a little bit of leeway on like these ideas. And she even was like, "Look, like this is the startup king. Like he could help me in this, and like I'm still gonna do Loverboy." And he just takes it like very personally. I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna go from here with that. Like that's I'm interested to see how after he's voice invented these things to other people, not on purpose, and see when it gets back to her what she says. So yeah, not like a super crazy episode. I mean, the Carl Lindsay drama train just keeps on chugging along. They did release and let us know about the reunion seed chart, I think. So the reunion's got to be coming up soon. Um, Probably maybe 2 more episodes. I'm thinking maybe 2 more weeks than the finale. I think I just don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but been enjoying the season so far. It's been good. Tons of drama. Um, we have a bunch of stuff dropping probably in this weekend. Lovers and Liars, the Goat episodes 1 through 3. Um, I will still have to watch Never Ever Mets, but I will have that out probably later in the weekend. And I think that's it. I think it's it. But yeah, tons of stuff. So make sure to check out all our other stuff. Drop a comment below if you have any show suggestions, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Hope you have an awesome weekend. See you.